I'm sorry, I'm Reginald McGill, a product of Orange County. I attended Phyllis Weekly Elementary School, high school, first and second grade. So the point that I want to make is gerrymandering just didn't come up. The Honorable Edge Bridge Jerry went on to become vice president of the United States, but he was governor. And in 1812, he signed into law this new district. And it was specifically drawn partisan. That's what it says. That's what it says. And so I'm saying that's the history. You asked a question, you're not the only one who wants to know. But that's where it came from. A person who signed into law a district that was gerrymandered by way of partisan politics, i.e. party.
All right. Yes, go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Britt Swain, and my question is for Representative Bankston. Thank you. You've always had your door open. We either met with your aide or yourself whenever we traveled to Tallahassee, so I appreciate that. My question to you is that you've made a very clear distinction tonight. You said state and congressional. So my question to you, when you looked at those maps, did you think of yourself and make sure your district was secure and your votes was secure versus the congressional? Because otherwise you can't say that you can even see that that you missed the losing of four seats. I'll give you one, but 4 primarily in South Florida. That doesn't jive.
My vote had absolutely nothing to do with how it would further my future. Honestly, and I'm going to speak from my heart, I am here, even though my family, my precious granddaughter, I've sacrificed a lot of those things to be away from them because I'm here to serve and truly take it seriously. And you're absolutely right. Where'd the brother go? You're absolutely right. That has been our history. That was why when I looked at these things, I wanted to make sure we're not doing this based on color or based on party, because we've got to come together somehow. And I honestly don't know how to get from here to where we want to be, but I'm willing to do that. And I just simply say, you know, if you look at how I've served, from when I served here locally, when there was the opportunity to vote, I voted to go ahead and expand the time to make sure that people could get to the polls. I supported those things when I was here. I remember that argument happening before us, and I think there was the opinion, well, I'm going to be against that. And I said, y'all are preaching to the choir. I'm for that. I want to make sure that there's the opportunity for everyone to vote. I believe it's evil to stop and suppress anyone's vote. And that shouldn't be based upon color, party, any of these things. So based upon those things, again, the record has shown that. Now, if there are some things that I have not seen that specifically have done that, you know, I've had those arguments with leadership there. There are certain things, you know, I feel like the linebacker, and you have the quarterback makes a call, then the coach calls something, and then something's called in from the box. And I haven't gone along and just wholeheartedly supported everything from Washington either, if I can be frank. Because I want to do what's right, not what's convenient. I want to do what's right. And I understand and I respect everyone's right. And if you don't believe I'm the person that should be there, I respect that. I want everyone to vote. That's important to me. And so I don't want this to be manipulated by these different policies. I'm not in on that. And again, I welcome to sit down, show me how this has happened and how this has undone those things. And, you know, then I can be stronger in that vote. But that is where I've stood on several things. You know, we had our rural boundaries. And we went up there. I had all kinds of pressure you wouldn't believe to say, you need to vote this way. I said, I can't, because I promised the people back home this is what I would stand for. We made a wall against that, joining with across the aisle to say we won't do that, and we were able to get that removed. There's other things. So I'm saying, looking at it as a whole, If I believed that that was what was happening to do this, to suppress votes, I absolutely